We are at a press conference, and there is the sound of a truck backing up. And one of the reporters says, "Does your company have a large stockholder that is the Shah of Saudi Arabia?" And the man at the front of the press conference, conducting the press conference, says, looks around and says, "We are the LA Police Department." And the reporter says, "Yes, I know. Will you answer the question, does the Shah of Saudi Arabia hold controlling interest in your company? Would you like to see religious censorship that affects our lifelines? Try to call me Melton, John Melton Brady, right now, 424-229-4140. I've been asking for a 911 Flight 93 check for a decade now, and I've yet to get one. That's you calling me up, knowing that your phone works all the time. Melton, I'm calling. This is a 93 check. I can reach you. Not one. No comments about any of my attention getting stuff either. Make that video of America's hijacked lifelines. It's what placed the cowardly Hussein in our White House right after we got taken by a whole lot of cowardly Husseins, and now has the buffoon Russian guy in there. Make that video, post that video, Americans for unhijacked lifelines and fairly elected officials. Post. Yes, I know hijacking is misspelled. It's one of the hazards of one man working alone. Make a video of your hijack call to me. Hijacked. Jacked. No other extra D or E. Make a video of your hijack call to me. 424-229-4140. 911 Flight 93 check. That's you. Making sure your phone works all the time by trying to call me right now. Not one in a decade of asking. No certified mail. 4260 Eagle Rock Boulevard, Apartment 409, Los Angeles, California 90065. No FedEx, no UPS, no uncertified mail. In that decade of asking about those 911 Flight 93 checks. Make that video, post that video. Whatever you get when you don't get me. Tell everyone else to make those Semper Fi videos of America's hijacked lifelines. Make the video, post the video. Come see me in person. Tell me what you think of our hijacked lifelines. 4260 Eagle Rock Boulevard, Apartment 409. Will travel. Show me the perfect place to build. A Jesus is immaculate house here on earth. Those 1,000 points of light. To be built once you tear down the great wall of evil that has just me in all of my imagery. 25,000 plus to be found at DAFFODILIA.blogspot.com, DAFFODILIA. ChristComplex2.wixsite.com, .wixsite.com/daffodilia. Print me out. I'll keep you company on that desk, on that nightstand, on that tabletop, with or without things spelled correctly. Make those Semper Fi videos of America's hijacked lifeline. What's that? Pick up your family's lifeline. Whoever's there with you, have them make the call. Try to call me. 424-229-4140. Make a video of whatever you get when you don't get me. Post it. I've been asking for 911 Flight 93 checks for over a decade. That's you calling me up, knowing your phone works all the time. I've yet to get one. Make that video of whatever boring thing you get when you don't get me. Phone ringing, error message, busy signal. You get to leave a message. I don't get it. You don't show up on my caller ID, my call log, my call record. Those who are hijacking calls to me are worried enough about it to alter your phone records covered up. Make that video, post that video. Be the reporter of PhoneGate. Pod people, the damn Mormons
harbinger of the apocalypse with them on hand. In front of them and in front of Microsoft, do a military children's burn unit test. You see Microsoft handing out free computers somewhere? You get the truth out about Microsoft's active participation in America's high-tech hijacked lifelines. When those damn Mormons come to your house, preying on your neighbors. You wallpaper your neighborhood with that five about the Mormons, and you also ask and answer Jesus' question, is Barack Hussein Obama a terrorist? Remember the sham election that placed him in our White House the first time? Had that pod person, rich guy, rich off a lot of little old ladies, running against him. Check and post in 5, and when the Mormons knock, and you tell everyone at your church and other places to do the same. If you're paying Spectrum good money for your lifeline, your family's lifeline to the firemen, police, and paramedics, check it right now. 424-229-4140. Make that video of America's hijacked lifelines and those actively taking part in it. Ask them when they come to install your cable, your internet, your phone. They rope you in with that bundle, don't they? Why can't I reach Melton with your phone? When else will my phone not be allowed to work because of what you're taking part in? Oh yeah, you can use a lot of phones to try to call me, but AT&T or others aren't right next door actively taking part in America's hijacked lifelines. Get them on video doing that. Ask them about John Milton Brady. Find 25,000 plus examples of my graphic art at DAFFODILIA.blogspot.com. DAFFODILIA. Also ChristComplex2.wixsite.com/Daffodilia. My 2 Daffodilia portfolio sites. If you want the mouse pad, you're going to have to size it up yourself. Got 25,000 for you to choose from. Lots of flower imagery, lots of skyline imagery. And remember to print out those big files so you can tell everyone about their Gates livelihood and their hijacked lifeline. 424-229-4140. Whatever boring thing you get, phone ringing, error message, busy signal. It's not going to be boring if you need the firemen, police, paramedics. And it's money out of your pocket every day when you call up countless other customers. That would be Spectrum. Remember, if you got their phone, check it right now as you try to call me with a 911 Flight 93 check. Might be legal implications for Spectrum actively taking part in your hijacked lifeline. Make that video, post that video, ask their employees when they install your cable, what is your very active part in America's high-tech lifelines? When will that phone of yours I'm paying a whole lot of money for not work, other than when I'm calling up Melton? Get their reaction, post.
After day caught up, I always say day caught up, several days or a few days behind now. I'm uploads to youtube.com/DNFD series. Yeah, during this insulin attack, the past week and a half, maybe 2 weeks, I think on Tuesday, this is Saturday. Weak, unable to eat, sick, and the smell of Tresiba insulin. They have had me injecting for most of 2018. And yes, the doctors at Dignity Health, as well as the LA firefighter paramedics, again showed the character. You call me up, try to be a speakerphone with all of them across the country, as well as LA firefighters, one with alcohol in his breath. None of them listening to my pretty clear, I think, description of my insulin poisoning, among other things.
Chicken Post and 5. I'll get back to more uploading to DNFTCs. It's on my other, what I upload from the phone from. I check it out, pass it along. Tell everyone to 911 Flight 93, Chicken Post and 5 with LA firefighters and Dignity Health. And of course, everything in Utah. Let them know America is watching them with their Mideast harassment techniques around the one and only, of the noise, among other things. All you need to know is you try to call me, and they've been very active in that. You ask them, what do you know about it? 424-229-4140. You get their reaction. Folks, your wife's phone not working in front of them. When they knock on your door, check and post in 5 and tell them the cops watch this neighborhood very well. And call the cops and say, yeah, the Mormons are casing our neighborhood. Can you do something about that?
Melton's links the 22nd of September 2018. I haven't been able to design my images the past few days except for Trump's phone gate. I'd hope to get caught up on my saints today, past 2 or 3. But folks, the devil's literally on hand. Muslim streets, as well as others, taking active part. And you not reaching me, 424-229-4140, as well as harassment techniques, including Spectrum next door. Check your phone for Muslim hatred right now, guys. 424-229-4140. Call to 911 Flight 93. Check the heroes of 9/11 fought back physically against those who had hijacked their plane. They also fought back, making calls in flight. All of our phones make videos nowadays. Make a video of them. Your call to me, Melton. The guy with the big 5's telling everyone to do that 9/11 Flight 93 check of your family's lifeline right now. Americans are on hijacked lifelines and fairly elected officials. The image there. Make your video. I have not gotten one 9/11 Flight 93 check in a decade of asking. That's a whole lot of amount of censorship conducted without fear of being covered by the evening news. We the people must be the evening news. Make a video right now. And ask Spectrum what their part is. And a whole lot of folks seeming to think this is the end as far as America covering and protecting ourselves from that hatred that is hijacking your call to me. They are worried as hell. The one and only man in apartment 409, Los Angeles, California, 90065, 4260 Eagle Rock Boulevard, apartment 409. Make that video of America's hijacked lifelines. Ask and answer Jesus' question: is Barack Hussein Obama a terrorist? I've got my answer. I asked for a decade and haven't gotten one 93 check. I'm not going to tear all that down. It's my way of saying the one and only is here. I doubt if anybody can see unless they've got some nice cameras from a distance. But make that video of your hijacked lifeline and document left and right folks actively taking part in America's hijacked lifelines here in Eagle Rock, neighborhood in northern Los Angeles, today and recently. Oh, I haven't felt this bad since Monroe, Louisiana. A long time ago, and that's the reason I moved out here. Make that video of what I call Lori's hatred. And come see me. I'll design an image for you when I'm feeling better. All cops, all firemen, all policemen. All cops, all firemen, all soldiers. Make that video of America's hijacked lifelines right now. 424-229-4140. Come see me in person. Have wit. We'll travel. Show me the perfect place to build Jesus' immaculate house. good folks to build with. Do it in person. The only way to build the Jesus is Immaculate Heart. Do it now. Remember, all citizens of the United States, Homeland Security is not just something for those in official positions. In fact, if you know some Muslims, some cowardly Husseins, that's rather obvious when they attack us from the outside. With a whole lot of cowardly Husseins with 9/11, then they attack us from the inside with a whole lot of, with the one cowardly Hussein in our White House. You make a point all across America in your cities, those big cities. You make that video of that audio even of that official or that cop that is Muslim, as you tell them about trying to call John Melton Brady and not getting one 93 check in a decade. You get the reaction and you post that threat to America.
Ron and Rachel are two parents. Their kids playing in the yard. And they are doing for their kids the job of reporters. We do not have a news media. They've just called up a few spectrums across America. 424-229-4140 to ask them what their very active part is on America's hijacked lifelines. They even tried to call me, John Melton Brady, asking for a 9/11 Flight 93 check for a decade and not getting one. Then they say, let's go after the real problem. Glendale Memorial and Dignity Health, very undignified part in America's hijacked lifelines, taunting a man in a wheelchair yesterday, not stopping his pain. Do that. 424-229-4140 in front of them. What's their part? Jared and Omar, two Mormon Latter-day Saints LDS. Missionaries are walking down the street and they notice two guys right behind them. They walk up to them and say, we can't help but notice you're doing the same neighborhoods. And they say, yeah, can we interest you in a Book of Mormon? And they said, no, we're cops. Stone Cold Melton has nothing but bad things to say about you. And he hasn't gotten a 93 check in a decade of asking. And he said it's a good idea to protect your citizens from those wolves among the sheep casing their neighborhoods, our neighborhoods, as our good citizens are out working hard. And you're preying on the elderly here too. So we're wallpapering the neighborhoods you're in, coast to coast with these.
We have a jurisdictional argument. The FBI has reopened their file that they were keeping on Barack Hussein Obama and his terrorist and Mideast Saudi Arabia contacts. And they've got into an argument at this one site with the Secret Service man who says he's got immunity. And the FBI guy says, yeah, but those he is consorting with as he hijacks America's lifelines, and they do. They don't. 424-229-4140. Make that video, post that video of the dangerous, cowardly attack from the inside, hijacking our lifelines. A Dr. Groupas is chasing a new nurse around his desk. Dr. Groupas is a Dignity Health doc. They've all got funny names like that. And she's out pacing him. And she's got that phone in her hand making that audio or video. And she says, Doc, what do you know about 9/11 Flight 93 checks? And the doc says, well, I know whenever the LA Fire Department funnels a man telling the world the truth about our hijacked lifelines, they send it to us him to us, and we torture him with hiding behind BS. Cops and even those in the military, soldiers, have a way of spotting bullshit. And for those on the wrong side of things, they can be good at tossing it as well. So, a cop, is talking to a Muslim cop actively involved in harassment techniques that include the Muslim apartment down below, as I've seen countless folks going in and out. And Spectrum next door here, 4260 Greg Boulevard, Park 409. And so Jack, he gets that video of that crooked cop in bed with impersonators and Muslims. Hussein is yelling and screaming all kinds of cuss words. You probably never heard him say at those politically correct press conferences. He says to the man with him, he screams at the man with him, "You son of a bitch, you wore a wire, you wore a damn wire." And the man with him says, no, I didn't wear a wire, I just turned my audio maker on the phone like Stone Cold. And don't worry, you got immunity. Now, those Muslim folks actively taking part in America's hijacked lifelines past decade that you've been consorting and hanging with. They don't. But Steve is a soldier in Los Angeles, and he is talking to Abdul, a Muslim guy. And he says, "What do you know about John Melton Brady, Stone Cold Melton, and Eagle Rock? Do you know any of the Muslims there actively participating in America's hijacked lifelines and me not being able to reach Stone Cold Melton for a decade now?" And Abdul just flies off the hammer, shows that world famous and dangerous temper. And Steve makes sure to get that on video. Also his call to me being hijacked. 424-229-4140. Yeah, if you ask me, they bend up way too much for the Muslims, considering 9/11, guys. Make sure it doesn't happen again. 424-229-4140. Make that video right now. Craig and Ralph, the two American soldiers, are riding in a Humvee somewhere in the Mideast. And they see the usual Muslim-looking folks and all of that. Then all of a sudden they see a whole bunch of clean-cut folks dress shirts, dress pants, all that. And Ralph says, "Well, why is that? What are these guys doing here?" And Craig says, "Oh, yeah, they got plenty of Muslims in Utah as well. It's kind of a foreign exchange program we need to do something about." 424-229-4140. Make a video of America's hijacked lifelines right now. So Trump is looking in the mirror, applying some plaster to his hair. And one of his assistants says a lot of Americans are concerned about censorship of the phones, our lifelines, and the internet. And Trump says, "Oh, no. Censorship of the phones and the internet's what got Hussein in, that cowardly Hussein. And I rode his coattails in with that censorship of the phone and the internet. We're not going to change anything about that."
Remember to print out these big files about Spectrum's active participation in America's hijacked lifelines, particularly if you are relying upon their phones. I'd like to rope you in with that package deal, particularly if you are relying on their phones to get the firemen, police, and paramedics. You make that video of America's hijacked lifelines with their phone being your family's lifeline. I've been asking for a decade for that first 9/11 Flight 93 check. I have yet to get one. With these folks next door taking an incredibly active part in America's hijacked lifelines. Make that video, post that video. Come see me in person. We'll travel to the perfect place to build. Jesus' immaculate house. Best people start building with. Wallpaper for your cities with these things. Spectrum's an active participant in that cowardly Hussein placing. Right after we got attacked by a whole lot of cowardly Husseins. You won't believe the number of Muslim-looking guys I see next door. Check and post in 5. That's your family's lifeline. You have a right to know from Spectrum why it's not working all the time. 424-229-4140. Not one 9/11 Flight 93 check in a decade of asking guides. That's a lot of mass censorship conducted with Spectrum being an active part.
The screenshots from recent times. I don't know if what was from yesterday with me taking a snapshot of the high-tech toys taunting on hand here. I think that's one of them. Several times. Remember, all Muslims in official positions, don't let that PC bullshit threaten your family or America's security. You ask them, what do you know about me not reaching John Milton Brady? Oh, a handsome bald guy right there on my phone. What do you know about me not reaching John Milton Brady? I said, we got some right now. And you get their reaction to you trying to call me, 424-229-4140, and you not reaching me, particularly cops, mayors, governors, senators, anything of the like. You get their reaction to America's lifelines being hijacked, that cowardly attack from the inside. After that, a cowardly attack from the outside with 9/11. Check and post in 5 for America. I've not received one 9/11 Flight 93 check in a decade of asking. That's a lot of mass censorship. That threatens our security. Make a video of it today. That's pathetic. Those are kilobytes.
Just upload the links for them. Family's life and safety depends on Spectrum. Their phone is your lifeline. You pick it up right now and you try to call me, John Milton Brady. I've been asking for a 9/11 Flight 93 check for a decade. I have yet to get one. Make a video of whatever you get when you don't get me posted. Because you know that censorship that is stopping your lifeline. And your lifeline being stopped. If you need it, when you need a fireman, police, paramedics, it's going to be just as newsworthy as me asking for a 93 check for a decade and not getting one. Make that video, post that video. Now I have to go remake my tabletop imagery video because Spectrum somehow seems to know when to start that beeping sound with their decibel law-breaking fleet. I'll see if this stops it. Trump and Hussein's phone gate being delayed, August version, I've done a little different this time, being delayed by Spectrum next door, who literally moved their van over, their billboard van out right there to prevent. I had to get rid of the Mesa down the street because of Adventist folks stuff interfering with my pain medicine, my sleep medicine. And yes, Spectrum moved that van over so that their decibel law breaking fleet could conduct methods this morning, taking longer and louder than ever before to get out of this parking lot of theirs. And yes, corrupt, cowardly LAPD, called them up at home. They don't mind disturbing me at my home or not doing their job of keeping the ones down below from disturbing me. I'm doing Trump's phone gate August, this is September, is for August 2018, last month. And I have just watched the most pathetic antics of those on hand conducting the most bizarre stuff. I literally had to put Sawtall, see a terrorist at work, Hussein, in 5 damn times. They're being that obvious with high-tech those who are hijacking your lifelines. You try to call me, 424-229-4140. I actually had both, but then because Hussein was removed, I just went with the actual, just this part here, the blue part. Just that. So I'm going to finish up for today. I've got a lot more to do. I spent half an hour trying to do that, one man working alone. And I was kept up all night because of Spectrum next door. So I'm going to try and do 5 of these, 5 days in a row for August. Ah, good, it's still there. Literally 5 times. Hussein. I should have called it Hussein. It's more, everybody knows what Hussein is. They don't call him Hussein unless they're Muslim, and the Muslim streets are on hand big time today. So I will try to redo this again tomorrow. And the next, I'll finish this up tomorrow because I got about 20, I don't even know, 20 to 30. And yeah, I'm doing something new with the phone gate. Yeah, I'm putting the Roman numeral 2018 and August, and that will differentiate one month from the next. Yes, I was doing it back in when Hussein, that cowardly Hussein, was placed in our White House right after we got attacked by a whole lot of cowardly Husseins with 9/11, and I'm being attacked by a whole lot of cowardly Husseins right here. Literally, I've seen the hatred go left and right. But I'm going to finish this up. I'm not going to be able to do my Tommy because so much time has been stolen. I still got to make my bed and hopefully get some sleep in. But that's the reason the big 5s here are Spectrum, and yes, the folks from Northeast portion of LAPD were it's not as loud as it has been downstairs, but they're still doing that and conducting harassment techniques just like Spectrum, which literally moved their billboard van over so it would take longer for their fleet to exit, and it was the loudest, longest morning, all because of this. They're worried about phone gate, me telling you about your family's high-tech lifeline. So hopefully in the parables that follow, I'll do a quick version, of course, and I will also do one where a competing cable company, internet company, gets the truth out about you not reaching me and their livelihoods being affected by that. Spectrum with their Chinese voice instead of phone on the sides of their van being a very active part in America's high-tech lifelines. Try to call me with your Spectrum phone, your family's lifeline. When you're at home there, they rope you in with that bundle. And make that video, whatever you get when you don't get me, and ask Spectrum. You're right next door to him. Why can't I reach him? When else will your harassment techniques with your decibel law-breaking fleet be affecting Mr. Brady's sleep? And also LAPD, California State, California City, California County, LA City, excuse me, I didn't get much sleep. You put the names, the numbers on the backs of fives, they don't mind me being disturbed at my house here, my home. You call up them at their home and say, why are you, we spent, you know those nice equipment you got out there in California, it's bought with the rest of America's tourism money. If I can't reach John Melton Brady, why should I come out to California to spend my tourist bucks there to give you nice stuff and nice paychecks? Officer so-and-so, state, county, city, what is your very active part in America's hijacked lifelines? When else will my phone not be allowed to work? Get their reactions and you post. 424-229-4140. Whatever you get when you don't get me, you get some folks selling their soul to take an active part in America's hijacked lifelines. You get that on video. Semper Fi, aim high, fly, fight, win. This we will defend America by making a video of the cowards with Spectrum and the cowards with LAPD in particular, but California as a whole. Why isn't our lifelines working? What is your very active part in it? Placing your impeached guy and placing the cowardly Hussein in the White House. Get your reactions you post. Trump has called an emergency press conference on the weekend. And he says, I have heard about this outbreak of truth. In all of places, Los Angeles? I've got the finest military minds looking into who this Hussein that Stone Cold Melton keeps referring to. And the general thinks it has something to do that Hussein is related to the Shah of Saudi Arabia or Osama bin Laden. Ask and answer Jesus' question with a video of your hijack call to me, John Melton Brady, not 193 taking a decade of asking. Make that video, post that video, do the reporter. Trump's phone gate, August 2018. Remember when you hear that backup sound from any vehicle, check-in post inside, all priests, all firefighters, all good cops, all military. Make that video of someone's phone not working right now as you try to call me. And put the numbers on the backs of fives, put the numbers of Spectrum, coast to coast, on the backs of fives, especially if you paid good money for their phone. And you can't reach me, John Melton Brady, 424-229-4140. Make that video of America's Hijacked Lifelines. Certify your mail if you want. Come see me in person. We'll travel some of the perfect place to build Jesus' immaculate house here on earth. Make a video of that religious censorship that's stopping that right now. My new playlist for my insulin poisoning attack parables is not here. I'm finally getting around to, after a few days, getting back to this. Too much pain, not enough energy, I'm still unable to eat properly. But yeah, this is when it started. About a day or two before that is when the insulin poisoning started. Tuesday, I believe, this is Saturday, it will be 2 weeks. But in case you're wondering, I'll have to make more Trump's phone gate and put them in there. Yeah, I haven't been able to change my stuff. Print me out 25,000 codes. When I am able to, I'll put more up there. See a vapor trail? Be on the side of those driving the tanks, the jeeps,
The Jets, the side of children and truth. You make a video of America's Hijacked Lifelines. That's you trying to call me, John Melton Brady. 424-229-4140. At 1911 Flight 93 check in a decade. You make audios, you make videos. You witness any officials who do not know about that coast to coast. You document their part in America's Hijacked Lifelines. We got some house cleaning to do. See a vapor trail? Be on the side of those driving the tanks, the jeeps, the jets. The side of children and truth. Make a video of America's Hijacked Lifelines. I'm John Melton Brady. I've yet to get a 911 Flight 93 check. That's you trying to call me with your family's lifeline and knowing it works all the time. Make that video of the military bases phones as you try to call me. And see that phone as every child in America's lifeline to the firemen, police, paramedics, and make a video of it being hijacked. Aim high, fly, fight, win. Semper Fidelis, Semper Paratus, honor, courage, commitment. This we will defend America. From those who've been hijacking your calls to me for a decade. Without fear of being covered by the evening news. We the people must be the evening news. See a vapor trail? Be on the side of those driving the tanks, the jeeps, the jets, the side of children and truth. Make that video of America's Hijacked Lifelines. I'm John Melton Brady. I have yet to get a 911 Flight 93 check in a decade of asking. That's a lot of man's censorship. That should not be in America. Honor, courage, commitment. Aim high, fly, fight, win. Semper Fidelis, Semper Paratus. This we will defend America from the devil hijacking our lifelines, among other things. By making that video. Post all soldiers of the military bases phones, of each other's phones, your family's phones. Trying to call me. You want to know why America's lifelines are being hijacked when you do? 424-229-4140. When else are they being hijacked? Post. Oh, there they are. Spectrum's active participation in harassment techniques combined with hatred noise from the Muslim apartment down below me. Check your phone for Muslim hatred that affects your family's safety, security. Try to call me right now, 424-229-4140. Make a video of America's Hijacked Lifeline, especially if you got Spectrum's phone, because they are active participants in America's Hijacked Lifeline. Harassment of the guy with the fives, telling everyone how to. Now, 193 taking a decade of asking, guys. Make that video. You got the timestamp on your phone, you got the number dialed.